In our space of information security, a safe room is a terminology that describes a room that is protected against any type of possible leakage of information that is being created in the room. This information can be voice or digitally created by computerized media or systems. This area is very vast and it will be constantly updated with new innovations that are frequently invented and introduced to the market. The safe rooms must have both procedures for prevention and procedures for detection. In the part of countermeasures, I am heavily covering in this course the detection part with many forms of technological means that are aimed towards detection of spying devices. But safe rooms also need to have several prevention procedures and technologies that I will describe in this part of the course. So let's see some examples. So one of the most important action for safe room is jamming of recording made by cellular applications or a recording device of any technology, digital or analog. These sound jamming devices works with emitting an ultrasound waves in the range of 25 kilohertz, which is a sound that is above the range of human ears capability, so they are silent, and the operation is quite discreet. The sound they emit is mixed with the sound of the room conversation and it masks it in such a way that the microphone of the recording device actually record a noise as the ultrasound that the equipment creates is basically a random noise. In this slide, you can see a sailing based, let's see it right now. This is a sailing based equipment with 120 ultrasound transmitters. Okay, so sailing based devices has a big advantage comparing to table based devices. Okay. Since the wave that comes from the transmitter achieves the microphone of the recording device independently of its position when it is placed on a table, for example, and while with table-based devices, the effect of the jamming is only significant if the microphone of the recording device has line of sight with the transmitters of the jamming device, which is usually placed in the center of the table. Okay, so when it does not have line of sight, the efficiency of the jamming is reduced significantly. The sailing type jammer can jam microphone in an area of approximately 30 square meters in the 120 transmitter, okay, model. It's important to say, however, that this technology is not 100% guaranteed and it depends on the model of the cellular and the technology that the manufacturer is using for the microphone, beside, of course, the quality of the jamming device. The more transmitter that the device has, it is more likely that it will block more microphone types. In the case of the sailing model that is shown here, we had close to 100% success in jamming, but much less success rate with tabletop models. The result of recording when a sound jammer is in operation sounds like this. Let's hear it. Oops, I think it was too long, sorry. Let's go on. So one point that also need to be considered is when you install the device on the ceiling, but the ceiling has some space above it, which is very common in some room design since the space above the ceiling is used to install and maintain some other equipment like air conditioning systems, electric and electronic infrastructure and communication, etc. So in this case, the equipment that is shown here in this example has also a white noise generator that inject a white noise into the space above the ceiling. White noise is something that some people might find disturbing, but the power of the noise can be controlled, and being confined into the space above the ceiling, it is relatively isolated with minor sound disturbance to the people in the meeting room. So this is a first example of a prevention facility in safe room. And let's see the next one, which is laser microphones. Okay, so in the espionage technology part of this course, we have seen the operation of laser microphone, which is based on capturing a returned modulated laser wave, which comes from the windows vibration made by sound of the discussions that is being created inside the meeting room. We've seen it of course, in the spying technology part. And there are three main ways to combat this type of espionage. One is one is the use of blackout curtains that absorb the energy of the sound wave and thus eliminate the possibility of windows to vibrate and send the sound information through the return laser wave of the laser microphone. If you remember the part of this technology in the espionage part. Okay, the other way is to use vibration modules that are attached to the windows of the meeting room and creates random vibration that basically create unintelligible sound at the receiver of the laser wave. So this is also one of the way to block this kind of technology. And the last one is the use of heavy and thick glasses, windows, preferably two-layer, with a few millimeters of space between them, and this will also ensure that the laser microphone will not be effective. So these are three main ways that are being used in this regard.